In this video, I'm going to go over my market predictions for 2022. Hi, my name is Adam. I am the owner of Vision Real Estate, and today I'm going to be talking about my predictions for the coming year. But before I do, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you enjoy the content, please support the channel. So for 2022, I have three main predictions that I wanted to go over. The first one being, I think the Bank of Canada is going to raise interest rates 3 times. This will likely start in the spring and continue on right through the year. Usually what the Bank of Canada will do is they'll hike the rates about 1/4 point every quarter. So overall, I think we are going to see a total of a 0.75 increase in interest rates from the Bank of Canada. My second prediction is I think condos are going to take off this year in the city especially. A typical increase in price is about 7% if you were to average it out over the last 40 years in Toronto for condos, but in 2022, I'm predicting that we will see a 12 to 15% increase in price in condos at the very least. Now, there are a couple of reasons why I think this is gonna happen. Up until the pandemic, we typically had a gap of, at maximum, $700,000 between detached houses and condos in the city of Toronto. That gap since the pandemic, and especially in 2021, has increased to over $1 million. This is an all-time historic high, and it's going to be putting a lot of upward pressure on price for condos in the coming year. The second thing I wanted to mention about this is that 92% of all condo sales happened under $1 million this past month, which is a really good indicator for us of what buyer pools look like. Think of buyer pools like a pyramid. The higher the price of the property, the fewer buyers there are for them. So when interest rates go up and people start to lose purchasing power and they can afford less, what happens is they start to kind of move down or trickle down into lower price ranges where they can afford. And what happens is those bottom levels of price and buyer pools start to expand, which creates a lot more demand, and we simply don't have enough supply of condos for expanded buyer pools, let alone the already really high demand we have for condos as it is. The same thing typically happens in reverse when interest rates go down. People can afford a little bit more, and so they start purchasing freehold properties as money gets cheaper. Typically then buyer pools start to look more like a diamond shape, where you see a lot more buyers start to congregate in the middle, where they can start to afford the entry level of freehold properties, which we saw very clearly in 2020 and 2021. My third prediction is I think prices in the GTA surrounding Toronto, so mainly the suburbs, for the freehold market in particular, are going to have slightly better than average growth. So I don't think they're going to see the same level of growth that they saw this past year, where we had 20 to 30% gain in prices in the freehold market around the city. I think it's going to be somewhere close to the 7 to 10% range. So a little bit better than an average year where we would typically see about 7 or 8%, but it's definitely not going to be what it was this past year as interest rates start to go up. And in case you were wondering, no, I do not think the market is going to crash in 2022. If you think I'm way off the mark, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe and happy holidays.